points the Steelers making a quarterback change, coming off a win, their best offensive game of the season, you could argue. Yet still, it looks like Russell Wilson is supposed to be QB1 this coming weekend. He was supposed to be QB1 to start the year, re-aggravated an injury, was sidelined. Justin Fields took over. However, Russ fully healthy. He's practiced all week long. And now it looks like he's going to make his season debut on Sunday night against the Jets.
First game of the year for me, but, I've been fortunate to be in a lot of first games. So the confidence is there, obviously. And then for me personally, I came here for one reason. That was to win the Super Bowl. That was to go as far as we could and see where we could go with it. I think we have that opportunity.
If I'm being real with myself, I think if, I did play well enough, I don't think there would be, any sort of who should be playing, who should not. So at the end of the day, I want to be 6-0 right now. But that was a great opportunity for me. Of course, I'm grateful for the opportunity I did get those first 6 weeks, and we'll just see what happens this week.
All right, Cam Newton, you played the quarterback position. We heard two very different tones there from Russell Wilson and from Justin Fields. He sounds awfully disappointed, doesn't he?
Disappointed, yes, but at the same time, his confidence should still be in himself. If anything, I think the shattering of confidence should come by way of the organization. When I'm looking at Justin Fields, I see a guy who's 25 years old. When I'm looking at the highest paid quarterbacks in this position, predominantly all of them are around that 25, 26. This is an opportunity for Justin Fields to be the quarterback of the future without having the team go into the draft. So if I'm Justin Fields, I'm saying to myself, yeah, I can play. But if I'm Justin Fields, I'm also saying, like, hold up. They just pulled the old banana in the tailpipe.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by banana in the tailpipe?
They're 4-2, Stephen A.
Okay, so what you saying?
If they were 6-0, then what?
Okay.
If was their first in their division, then what? But he's played good enough to win football games.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it superior? Is it at elite status? Mm-hmm. Some will argue. Mm-hmm. But they're 4-2.
Okay.
You did your job. Mm-hmm. Going into training camp, it was a quarterback competition. That's always been the narrative in Pittsburgh.
Got it.
So for him, if I'm sitting back and I'm looking, of course I'm disappointed. Could he play better? He'll be the first person to tell you he could have played better. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm still scratching my head. If I'm sitting up there in that type of situation, of course he's going to play the game.
Right.
He has to play the game. Mm-hmm. Now, you don't want to burn the bridge. But at the same time, I'm looking at it like, bro, I did enough. Mm-hmm. Could I have did more? Of course.
Right.
Could Patrick Mahomes have did more? Yes. Could Lamar Jackson? Right. Yes. Every quarterback down the slate right now.
Okay. Well, first of all, a couple of things. Number one, again, it's nice for you to be here in front of my face. I appreciate that.
Don't butter me.
But I ain't going to let you get away with that.
Let's rock it.
I ain't going to let you get away with that. Don't get sacrilegious and blasphemous by naming Justin Fields in the same breath as Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes for any reason. For any reason. Let me just say that TV 101. Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson are a separate category way apart from Justin Fields. Let's get that out the way first. Number one. Number two, to answer the question directly, concerns about Justin Fields' confidence going forward. Hell no, I don't give a damn about his feelings. This is professional sports. You're getting paid to play. This ain't Dear Abby and ain't Dr. Phil, who I was just with a few weeks ago, okay? It ain't Dr. Phil. This ain't Dr. Phil now. You got to play. Now, when we look at Justin Fields, I'm proud of him. The brother has played better. He's not turning the ball over. He's made a lot of plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers with his legs. Although they've got 3 wins this season, more than any other team in the National Football League, 3 wins this season without getting 300 yards of offense. The offense has been subpar. Right. Let me throw the numbers by you right here, Cam Newton, just so you know. Touchdown percentage, 28th. 184.3 yards passing per game, 22nd. Passer rating of 93.9, 15th. 54 QBR, 20th. I understand the 4-2 record is what it is. But let's be very clear. What we're applauding him for is not losing games. We know the defense is what's winning games. And so when we look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, if I'm looking at Baltimore, because the competition matters, anybody can sit up there and play shadow football, but you got to go up against Cam. You got to go up against Bart Scott. Yeah, that's a different reality. So if I know I got to go up against those cats, right, I got to take into account what I'm working with. Yeah. And all I'm saying to people, did he deserve to get benched or something like, no. Has he played horrible? No. But when we ask this question, maybe not you, But there's a whole bunch of people we've been on the air with this week. They rolling around acting like this brother been balling, and because we got Russell Wilson, we got to make sure we give him a chance. No, you haven't done enough for us to say we don't need to see anybody else. He hasn't been that good.
But well, I haven't played with a lot of Cam Newton, so I've been on the other side. I've been that defensive team that has a subpar quarterback that you got to win 9 to 10 or 13 to 5 or something crazy like that. I've been there, done that, right? But Justin Fields has the Pittsburgh Steelers right where he want them because the most popular person in town is always the backup quarterback. Now, this is the wrong week. Good idea, wrong week to do it because the Jets are desperate. They just got Devontae Adams. I'd much rather seen Russell Wilson make that debut against the New York Giants who really lost their left tackle. Right, because now he's going to go against a guy he's going to have to match throw for throw. And there's a lot of things that you think about Russell Wilson. He can't run anymore. He's coming off a calf injury. So if I'm a defender, I'd much rather go against Russell Wilson.
But you might have gave him the job because of that. I'm asking y'all, I'm not telling y'all. Y'all know more than me. I'm saying to you, I'm asking the question, is it possible that the Steelers threw him into the Lions then because you're a veteran, because you're a Super Bowl champion? We don't give a damn who the competition. We might care about that with Justin Fields, but with Russell Wilson, we don't care about that.
They put Russell Wilson there because Russell Wilson maybe has a higher ceiling throwing the football. Because you can't go in and beat Baltimore by only putting up 18 points. You can't beat Baltimore or Cincinnati or Kansas City who's on their schedule. Right. So they owe it to their team to see, hey, can we find a way to generate more in the passing game now that Najee Harris is seeming like he can run the football? But it's going to hurt the run game because the threat, and Cam was that dual threat quarterback. What a dual threat quarterback does to a defense is he controls the backside defensive end and the backside linebacker. I can do whatever I want. I can leave exposed edge. I would dare Russell Wilson to run the football. You want to test that calf out? I know you've been practicing, but you ain't bursting a real game. He's going to be reluctant to do that. So now you talk about Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. They're very similar. They both have turned the ball over at a historical rate in the last 3 years of their career, and they've both been sacked more than anybody. But Justin Fields strikes more fear. So I don't understand why the move is this week. I would have made Russell Wilson have a soft landing, but Justin Fields is sitting right where he wants to because they're going to come right back to him.
Okay.
Well, so then that's my question. And Cam, maybe you could answer to this because what are you going to do if you're Mike Tomlin and Russell Wilson goes out there and lays an egg? You're going to go back now to Justin Fields?
Yeah, you can.
And now you wait again,
you
and we might come back to you. You're just going to flip.
No,
Mike Tomlin is not like a.
Go ahead, Cam.
They're putting themselves in a media frenzy. That's why I don't like this decision. As you know, Bart.
You don't like media frenzy? Media frenzy could be a good thing. Could be a good thing.
I'm shy. The reality in the locker room, guys talk. You got 53 guys, maybe even more, of alphaism. People whisper. They chirping. We forward. Yeah. Why are we over here? If I said this on 4th and 1, the real concern should be Russell Wilson and how much time they're giving him to perform. Not Justin Fields. Russell Wilson should be asking the question, are y'all yanking me after a bad series, after a bad half, or after a bad game? Or 2?
Well, it was his job to lose, right? Because, he can't get Wally Pipp. You can't lose your job because of an injury. If they thought that Russell Wilson should have been a starting quarterback, they owed the team to get out of the gates. Because in some of those circles, I've been there, right? I've been one of those defenders like, hey, watch the offense come off the field. Like, we look at each other. We by ourselves today, boys. We
that?
Yeah, we by ourselves, boys. See, you been on that other side. You was putting up points. But, coming off that, the defense has to play so perfect that if they make one critical mistake, they feel like the game is over. You're hoping that maybe Russell Wilson can be more sophisticated in the passing game because you can run the ball, but that takes time off the clock.
Man, let's stop it.
I
think the frustration with Justin Fields is this. It's not that I lost my job. It's who I lost my job to. How did Russell Wilson get to Pittsburgh?
The same way that Justin Fields got there.
Yeah, exactly.
No. But the thing that Russell Wilson doesn't have that Justin Fields does, Father of Time.
That's true.
Like,
undefeated.
Grow with him. Like, build with him. You understand, he's 25.
Yeah, but he can be the future.
Hold on.
Russell Wilson can be a class rodeo. They can sign him to an extension and he can develop with the system.
Cam, what the hell is wrong with the Steelers? The combination of Justin Fields and Russell Wilson cost you $1.2 million.
Yeah.
You gave up nothing. You have a Super Bowl champion and a guy that's been in 2 Super Bowls as a veteran. He might be on his last leg. But because Justin Fields still needs to grow, and every year counts, specifically Pittsburgh, who ain't won a playoff game since 2016.
Yeah.
We keep forgetting that, okay? Like they got all the time in the world to produce. Wait a minute.
Yeah, they go.
They got to produce. What's wrong with going like this? Let me see what this guy has.
But in
Because
prime
Justin Fields ain't going to stop it. What do you mean prime time?
It's prime time. It's a Sunday night game.
It's Russell
He's
Wilson.
finally healthy.
It's not Justin Fields. You can say prime time.
Yeah.
Russell, what's our way number for prime time? You're Super Bowl champion.
We're 4-2.
Wait.
Let's not press the panic button.
It's not panic.
You get tapped on your shoulder when you was just getting into a groove.
Right.
He is not used to playing meaningful games in Justin Fields. He came from Chicago.
Okay.
All right, we're
I'm
lax.
sorry.
That's right.
Shay.
It's all right.
I'm sorry. But just the circumstances of that, he still has to understand what it's like to be on an actual good team with
Cool.
relevancy.
And he don't have time. You just said he's 25. He ain't got time.
We're 4-2 though. Why are we panicking?
Why
But
do you
it's a
have
Fugazi
Russell
4-2
Wilson?
though.
Why do you have Russell Wilson?
Not all-
Fugazi?
No, not all.
Wow.
Why do you have Russell Wilson there?
Fugaziness in the NFL,
No,
bro.
no, listen, not all 4 and 2s are created equal. Like,
That's
it's been-
true.
It's been a light schedule. Remember, this is the same organization that was 11 and 1.
Light
and didn't-
schedule?
and they were 11 and 1 and didn't make it to the playoffs, right? Because they had a light schedule. They played some teams that were hurt.
So they finessed?
No. Yeah, exactly. So really what this is about is, does Russell Wilson give us a greater chance to beat Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Kansas City? We just got to see. Now, you heard Mike Tomlin say, hey, we got to get 2 game plans together. So if Russell Wilson struggles, they're going to push the panic button and maybe use him as a Taysom Hill type of guy that comes in and tries to create a spark. They're trying to get the best of both worlds. They're trying to be able to have a great running game when Fields is in, but also have the ability to hit some of those deep balls down the field because you cannot go on a 10 and 11 play drives in the NFL. It's too hard to do. It's too many factors. Offsides, procedural penalties, put you behind the sticks, and now it limits your ability. And so I think they're trying to go with Russ to see what his ceiling is. They know what Justin Fields' floor is.
We seen what his ceiling is.
We don't,
bro.
We don't know.
Whoa,
Listen,
whoa. Hold on.
Come on.
Hold on.
You saying he
Scammer,
barbecue
hold on,
chicken?
hold
You
on,
saying
hold on.
barbecue chicken?
But you dropping too many nuggets, brother. You dropping. Stay with me, my man, because I got something here.
Come on,
What
bro.
Cam? What do you mean? Come on. Like we've seen you saying, what are you saying about Russell Wilson specifically?
I'm not saying any other thing than everybody's thinking.
I'm asking.
We know
I'm
the
asking.
real Russell Wilson
Okay.
is not going to do something that we're expecting, like, oh, George Pickens, oh, this, that, and that.
Fair. I agree with you. But do we know that whatever it is that he could potentially show us is going to be on par with Justin Fields or better?
Not like this, though. This is all I'm saying. Let us go through the New York Jets game. Justin Fields is exposing our weaknesses. Okay, Russ, come on, let's rock and roll.
So when
not like this.
So when I look at you in a clean pocket and you complete 60% of your passes, but when you under pressure it's 40%. When I see you in a clean pocket it's 75% completions. When I see you under pressure it's 47% completions. I'm watching you throw 5 touchdowns when you're in a clean pocket. Sit back there calling your honey, saying, yo, when we going out to eat and all that stuff. Before you throw a pass, you throwing touchdowns. But when the minute some heat comes your way, you can't find a touchdown pass. You trying to tell me that's no evidence?
I'm saying it's 4-2.
But is it 4 and 2 because of that defense?
I'm for it. Bro, listen, at the end of the day, Muhammad Ali had to knock people out and also had to play exceptional defense. At the same time, you have to understand the style of how we need to win.
Right.
Don't sit up here and tell me, come on, Bart, if anybody knows this, you know this. A win is a win. Man, they don't beat good teams.
But just because you beat Glass Joe don't mean you can beat Ball Bull.
And by the way, that Glass Jaws analogy is apropos. Anthony Joshua, see how his ass just got knocked out? You know what I'm saying? That pissed me off. I'm diverting the left here. That man pisses me off. Ladies,
talk
put that
cash
camera.
money
Let me tell you
stuff,
something right now. I love him as a person. This is the 3rd time Anthony Joshua has ruined a big fight for me. I wanted to see him against Deontay Wilder. He got knocked out by Andy Ruiz. I wanted to see him against Tyson Fury. Not the 3rd time. You understand what I'm saying? And it got delayed because he got beat.
Usyk.
And now this time, and Usyk beat him. And then now he talking junk to this cat. And once again, we're looking for him against Tyson Fury. And he got knocked out by
Night.
that man has ruined my boxing dreams 3 times. I'm done with Anthony Joshua. I digress. I'm back to football.
Hold on.
I'm back to football right now because it made me upset.
So let me understand. I understand where Can's coming from, but you two who have sat up here, you've heard this and you've spoke this. When you have 2 quarterbacks, you have how many? Zero.
Right.
Yet you think, oh, it's fine. Let's just go flip-flop between the two quarterbacks. And you're like, bring in Justin Fields on a fourth-down situation. Sure, in the red zone.
That's where we going.
Okay.
That's where we
What?
going, bro. That's where we going. So in other words, if I think like that, we think in high school. That's what we doing.
Man, we thinking eighth grade.
Tell me, I got a question for you. I'm coming right at you.
Talk to me.
I saw Russell Wilson throw 26 touchdowns last year.
Yeah.
8 interceptions.
It
The
wasn't
complaint
bad.
was 2 years ago where he was god-awful. Came up in there, was feeling himself after he
Nathaniel
departed from Seattle, got his bag. Nathaniel Hackett was the heck of, don't get me started with him, right? He rolled up there, got different parking spots, got different officers, ain't vibing with the team. So there's a lot of reasons why cats weren't feeling him that had very little to do with football, but more to do with his attitude.
Right.
I was on the air literally saying the only thing he brought good to the Mile High City was Sierra. I said, ain't nothing else he brought good to the
My
city.
goodness.
Ain't nothing else good that he brought to Denver other than Sierra. That's it, okay? So now we got that out the way. He comes back. This last year,
Okay.
26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, went on a 5-game winning streak,
Yeah.
and got derailed because they know they didn't want to pay the $39 million bag, and Sean Payton
From
basically
injury.
forced them out there.
I agree with that.
So again, we weren't looking at football last year with him.
Right.
We were looking at other things, which means if that's our backdrop, our most recent, frequent backdrop,
Right.
we never saw that from Justin Fields.
All I'm saying is this. I don't have an issue with exploring.
Got it.
You're 4-2.
Right.
We got to ride the hot hand.
But-
It's how it's happening is what's bothering me the most. If he played in this Monday night game and he stunk up the place and we're seeing a disservice of our offense, and it's like, man, we can't score points.
Yeah.
Now insert Russell Wilson.
I'm gonna say this to Bart. I'm gonna say this to you. I'm gonna say this to you, Shay. I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna give it to Bart. You know, experimentation comes in a variety of industries. We on First Take experiment. We ain't had nobody like Cam Newton on this show before, but we happy about it. It looks pretty damn good. You understand what I'm saying? But we didn't know that
Is it a
until you got here.
Yeah.
Is it a
Thank you.
4-color
So,
minimum?
all right.
4-color?
4-color
You got
minimum
a lot of colors,
with
bro.
the swag.
I like this. It works.
Man, listen,
Swag
y'all,
out, son.
y'all know what I do. Stop playing with me. Y'all know what I do. Man, it's a big platform at First Take is Stephen A. Smith and Shay. The big one, not the little one.
There we go. There we go.
I couldn't wait. Speaking of, I couldn't wait to come up here and show y'all my outfit. And I got plenty more. Every Friday is coming to you with sauce galore.